we're live.
Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. And we're gonna start with the reading of the minutes.
Okay, everybody had a chance to see them?
Yes,
Any,
I have no additions or corrections.
Well, I don't either.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Minutes accepted. There you go, I'm sorry.
okay, early voting location, we had talked about, possibilities. And it looks to me like our best option is going to be the Ohio Township Trustee Office. I've talked to John Hargis, and we have tentatively agreed on that. I think there's some logistics a little bit to work out, but not anything that seems to be insurmountable.
Well, I agree because it's, the parking's adequate, the handicap accessibility is
everything.
already there. I mean, everything is set up, so I agree.
I do too. I think it's a good location.
And we gotta think about our voters. I mean,
Well, I mean, it's gonna be difficult with the transition from here because that's where everybody's used to.
everybody's gonna come here,
But we
yes.
can't do it here.
No, there's no room. If we can't have this room, then,
So I'll work with John a little more on
okay.
a couple of things and then, but that's,
Okay,
Okay.
then Santa Claus, we're staying,
yeah, Santa Claus will, yeah, we really haven't gotten into the dates on stuff too much yet, but Santa Claus, I'm gonna recommend what we've done, the second Saturday before when we have to vote here or with early voting, the 2 Saturdays, and then in the middle of Monday through Friday.
That seemed to work pretty good last time.
Well, I don't like we did 2 days and took 3 off, and that was logistically with the machine sitting up there was,
that's the problem I have, is the
Yeah.
machine sitting up there.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
so I like that. You got Saturday, take Sunday off, vote Monday through Saturday, bring the stuff home. And I think we need to stick with the same hours that we have for the clerk's office, which are mandated to the hours that the clerk's office is open is 8 to 4, and I think we probably need to go with that, and there's no confusion that way.
Yeah, because we had a little bit last time, didn't we?
Yeah, we were supposed to be open 9 to 3 or something, and everybody thought it was 8 to 4, which got out there somewhere from somebody that wasn't official, but once it got out there, it was out of control, so.
Okay, and then the trustee's office, if we go with Ohio, it has to be open the same time.
It will have the open, same as the clerk's office, 8 to 4, because that is the clerk's designated
Time.
early voting location, and it has to be open the same hours as the clerk's office.
On the days, though, we can change those if we need to, correct?
What, on the days?
Mm-hmm.
No,
We can't.
those are dictated. The only time we can change days is in a municipal election if we don't feel
Right,
there's gonna
gotcha.
be. But,
Okay, now,
we
what
start-
is the
we
first
start-
day?
The first day is early voting, and the primary starts on April 7. And early voting in the fall starts on October 6. At least that's the dates I've got. Buick, go Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
What is your pen there?
Oh, you know, there you go.
That should be on your calendars and in your, in the yellow book also.
Okay.
Okay. I had another question. Okay, what's the first day we have to bring the AV board in for mail-in ballots?
On the who?
The absentee board?
I'll get to that in a minute,
Okay, gotcha.
you know.
All right. All right, is there anything else under old business?
You've got a calendar or a page with dates, meeting dates.
Yes,
I think we all pretty well agreed to those.
yes.
You know, it's very similar last year, second Tuesday. And then some of that is subject to change as far as like training hours or meeting times on training days, that kind of thing, okay? So I'll put that with the voting part.
Okay, now I did have one question. If I remember correctly, Darryl, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
On the 2 days of training,
Uh-huh.
the first day you're bringing the inspectors in here for you, during the day for you guys, right?
That's what we have done, yes.
Okay, okay.
And I mean, we can,
No, I think that works.
Like I say, that's still a little bit, you know, we can adjust off that if we feel like we need to. And, you know, we've got some people that indicated they may not be coming back,
Oh,
due to age and different things. So
Oh,
we'll see how that plays out too, as far as if we have new ones, we may want to train them a little more.
they may maybe come to both then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, I just wanted to know what days to put it
Yeah.
down.
okay. Under the new business, I got a couple of things we need to get autographed. You've got an IEC 22, which is a certification of our voting system and electronic hold of inventory. We got rid of all of the old machines.
They're gone.
They are gone.
They're gone.
Microvote
Yay!
has done whatever they see fit to do with them. You should have a copy of the actual form that I need you to sign. You should also have 2 pages designated as page 1 and page 2 of all of our voting inventory equipment. And when we get this thing signed, probably this afternoon, I will go ahead and send that to the election division and the V-stoppers, for people that have to get it. So we have 19 new poll pads, we've got serial numbers for all those. We've got 19 new encoders to go with the poll pads. And then the printers, we have upgraded those to, all of them are the newer high-speed.
Thank goodness.
So I think we got 15 of those. And then we have 60 voting machines and 79 VVPATs.
Did that money come from Diego on updating
Pardon me?
did that money come from Diego on updating
That goes to Diego too. It goes to the election, or to the Secretary of State's office.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
And we have 15 high-speed printers now?
yeah, that's on your inventory. You should
Got
have
it.
a copy of that inventory.
Got it.
4 of them are older,
That's all right.
and then the rest of them are newer.
Okay. And it didn't cost us anything.
No. So,
Where
You
is that
guys-
money? Where'd that money come from?
grants and different things,
Okay.
yeah. We had that, I think some of that COVID money and all that on the machines when we bought them,
What, the fund that we found that we didn't know we had,
and.
the super responsive
responsible
county.
money. Yeah, I have depleted it finally,
Okay, okay,
but we sure got our money's worth out.
okay, yes, we did.
That was, I used the last of it, on the new poll pads. Our poll pads were a 5th generation, which are the next ones to go and won't be supported. And we updated all the way to the brand new 11th generation,
Oh,
so
wow.
we should be good on that for a little bit.
4 or 5 years anyway.
Yeah, I would think. Also, we have the VVPAT, we have a county certification of voter verifiable paper audit trail that we have enough VVPATs to supply all of our machines, and we actually have 132%. Because we had 20, and when we got the new machines, we got new VVPATs to go with them. So with the 20 we've got more than enough. Worked out great for us last year. We didn't have to do anything other than switch one out when it got full. So we didn't have to change paper and do all
That's
that kind of
right,
stuff. So I
yes.
need autograph on that. And it goes also to basically the same places. And it's gotta be in by, I think that was by February 2nd. The other one's January 31st, so we're well within that parameter.
Alrighty. And what's? So we up to conference review?
We are up to conference review, and that's where the, I'll switch them around there a little bit. But the absentee board central count, I think we all heard something that's a little different than what we've been doing with the central count.
Yes.
And I have a copy copy of the presentation that was made.
Okay.
And if you look, Sandy, you talked to Brad King,
Mhm.
so if you want to elaborate on that a little bit.
Well, whenever I called Brad, I wanted clarification of how we were supposed to do the meetings. And according to Brad, or to that Central County, according to Brad, there has to be different teams, but the board, the election board itself only oversees it. They can't participate in it.
Mhm.
That's what, and I just needed confirmation on that because I didn't know if I heard that right.
I think we did
That's how
that
we
the
did
last
it.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that the last
Yeah,
time.
we did.
Because
Just
Drew
oversee it.
and John did that, and Jerry Ann and I and Daryl, and I can't remember, were you at your desk or?
I was at the desk.
Okay, we did, the three of us did, that is how we did it the last
Yeah,
time.
it is.
Well, that's what, and I got written confirmation from Brad and Angie, and that's attached to the back of your, so
Okay.
you can see what they had to say about it. It, I think it's more of a thing to cover us.
Mhm.
The absentee, the count team is supposed to make a decision if they can. If they cannot make a
Then
decision,
yeah.
if they don't agree, then it goes basically, if I read it right, we look at it some more, but if I read it right, it's gotta go into a provisional type situation and then come to the election board to make the decision.
Right.
I think that's correct.
And that's how
All I
we
know
did it.
is- Yeah.
Yeah, that is how we did it the last
Yeah.
time.
So,
Yeah, this is.
that,
this is-
but I wanted clarification from them to make sure
Yes.
that we understood that, because I think everybody at the table, there was a reaction when they made that comment a little bit, so.
Yeah, because I was new to me.
So that's kind of where we're at on that. And that's just a matter of,
Yeah.
we're already doing it, then we're not no problem.
Right, right. There was something else up there, and it was one of the printouts that we did not have, but we had a question on it now.
Yeah, there was one of them
I
that they
left
didn't
one
have in,
at home.
wasn't in the system. It wasn't in
Right,
the,
right.
it wasn't in the, portal for whatever reason. They added it or did
They
something.
added it, I think they
I don't
said after
remember.
you printed,
Yeah,
and I can't remember what it was.
I'm not sure the ones that it was, I don't really look,
Bar.
but, so. The other thing, I know Jan said something about access to the county, to that portal.
Yes,
And I've done a lot of research on that. And there is, I think you've got that in your, see if you've got that in there too.
I
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. I know you
did.
do. The first thing I found out
Okay,
is only the county clerk or a board of election director can request people being added. And in the next step, the IP addresses that are submitted by the county that do not reside at a county office are not eligible for approval. So basically what that means is we can't access it from home.
we'd have to access it from your
It'd have to
office.
be from here, yes.
I think we
So-
discussed that up there.
And there's a form that they've got, and you got the IP addresses and all that you've gotta put on it. Sandy and I, it jogged some things and we went back and did some research. When I started, there were 23 people in the system that had been users at one time or another. They had never been deactivated,
Mm.
except for one. And so you've got all of that stuff too. So some of those were 15 years old and had never been deactivated. That's one of the reasons that they are so protective of this system.
Mhm.
And
Well, it shouldn't,
it's,
On our
we got, the only two that are in there now are me and Sandy.
you and Sandy, that's what I'm saying, yeah, the others look like they're locked.
And they
Yeah,
are
I
now,
got
they
that.
were all locked, you got that page also, they were all locked, except for the one that was done on May the 2nd of 2006. All the rest of them were done on November the 7th of 2021. And they've got a lot of stuff, you said something, Jerry, about the portal. And I know they talked about the portal a lot. The portal basically just has archive information. I can show you what's in there.
I was trying to say, what is in it? What's,
It's got the past editions of the election division. They've got a place where you can go in and find the seal or stamp that we're actually supposed to use when the clerk's on the ballot, that most counties don't even
You
know.
did
they're
that
there.
last
We did it last year. We're using it, and we now have that seal, which we didn't have in the past.
right,
It's got, like all of the flyers, the handouts, shared documents. It's more archival type stuff. It's not gonna have your election. And I've talked to Brad King, and we can request, there's no, I can request it, Sandy can request, because we're administrators. But actually, I don't think Sandy can, because it's just the clerk. This is the
Yeah,
county clerk,
it's just you.
I was trying to
or,
say, the way I read it, it was
yeah, it's
just
just
you,
the
the
clerk,
director.
just the clerk, or the Board of Election Director. And, there's no guarantee that it'll be approved, because they really, as we've talked about before, they don't want anybody in there that could change anything. And what they normally do is do not, there's no, everybody we've talked to, and Brad didn't know of any election board members that are approved as users. I'm just telling you, I can send it
If
in.
we need anything out of there though, we can go through
Well,
you. I mean, if we wanna
you-
see
correct.
anything, we can go through you two.
Correct, yeah, we can do it for you. And that's one of the things it says also, and I know there was a problem with that years ago, from talking to people. Absolutely under no circumstances, are you supposed to let anybody else use your credentials or anything to get in. And they're scared to have somebody else go in and delete voters or change something that doesn't know what they're doing. So, like I say, I can request if you want me to request it, I can request it. I'm not gonna guarantee they'll let you in, and if they do, I can guarantee you it's gonna be on a very restricted basis.
Limited.
Yeah, to what they'll let you into, in the conversation I've had with them. And with what, there's stuff even in that portal that I can't, it's like this kind of thing, it's instructions on how to use a certain area, but it's got confidential across it. We're not even supposed to print those. You know, we're supposed to view them inside the program, so.
Well,
Like I
I
say,
think
if you guys want me to request it, I'll request it, but
you.
No, I can care less.
Honestly, my opinion is if we need to know anything, we can keep a list of what we need to know and go through you two. So I don't see why I take the,
yeah.
that's my opinion.
Well, that's what Jerry had said specifically to the portal, and when I got to look at the portal, I can print out a copy of what's in the portal. And then like it says IED dispatches, I can show you what the categories are. Then I can do a page that there's nothing in that portal really that isn't more, it's
Histories.
history stuff
And this
or
kind of stuff right
instructions
here.
or stuff that they're sending out at the time. But I know, and part of the reason, going back a step, and we weren't the only ones that were in this boat, but that list of 23 people with their names in there that all they had to do was reactivate their password to get back in, and there's several names on there. I got a pretty good idea of when they were given access, and they never should have been given because they were looking up voters. There's other avenues to do that, and it's not supposed to be done through the SVRS program. So, and I'm pretty confident there's 2 or 3 of them at least on there that's why they were in it. Some, I don't even know why they were in there.
I
in
was
the
sort of
first
say, when
place.
I look back through this list, I can pretty much,
Yeah,
there's a couple I don't know.
yeah. Well, you got one person down here that had 4 different usernames.
Uh-huh.
And,
Now, she was absentee board back then.
right. So,
see
but
that.
that's why they've really locked this thing down, is because they found this in a lot of different counties. That, and I've talked to Knox County and Du Bois County and 2 or 3 others, and the only people that they have accessing it are the people directly in their voter registration offices, which is kind of what we've got even the absentee stuff, and I know they, like Doris and Linda Ryan and some of that in the past, they shouldn't have been granted that
Now,
access.
that's all
Yeah.
absentee for.
That they shouldn't have been granted that access. They should have been working with, in this case, Sandy.
Yeah, because this one I don't even know.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 of them on there that
Two,
I,
three,
yeah,
three of them.
yeah.
And I've been, what, 31 years now, so I don't know.
So, but those are the things that, out of the, and I don't know if there's anything else on the election conference you guys want to talk about, but those are the 2 that I thought we needed to really discuss.
Well, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, if we can go through you guys to get what we gotta
Yeah.
have, I don't see a problem.
Yeah, I don't really care. You know, the only reason I say anything about it is because they kept saying stuff about it. up
Well,
there.
and it was geared more toward the clerks and the voter registration people, because that's where, see, we're gonna go into all that BMV stuff. Sandy, you wouldn't understand what a nightmare that is. You gotta do this and do that, and call Texas and do everything, all that kind of garbage. And, so there's a lot of active work. I mean, that's where this report with the candidates comes from. Sandy put all those in the day that she sat down over there and put all of them in that filed up or signed up on the 9th, and then has had to add, and so that's where all that stuff is done, is in that program. But the actual portal that they're talking about is more the historical type. It's where I can go, if we lost our stamp, I can go in there and reprint that stamp.
Right.
And it's got county, each different county, it's got
Right.
it's got past records of our elections and the, what's it, IEC 9 or whatever it is that we have to turn in. It's got that stuff in there. So, you know, it's more that portal is geared more, and that's where I went to print all of
These
these.
things for conference,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff that's more in the portal,
Mhm.
so.
And I don't know about you, but they've added an extra security. Used to, we just had the little file, or, file, is that what they call it? And put our fingerprint on it. Well, now they've got it doubled where we had to make a code, then you
Yeah.
touch that.
Yeah.
Without the code, you can't get in it. I can't get in it even, without the code and
You know,
the key.
in just talking about the voter registration, if we could clean ours up, which I know they're not gonna allow us to, but there's so many that aren't
Oh,
active.
no question.
There's so many.
I had a discussion with Microvote at the conference and told them, and I think I almost kind of ruffled their feathers, but one of them was talking about the turnout, how abysmal our turnout in Indiana is. Our turnout in Indiana is not abysmal. It's not anywhere near. You go online and get on Google to Indiana voter turnout, and you'll see all people just they won't go to the polls. It's this and it's that, and it's garbage, because you could take 20% of our registered voters off, and every county in the state can do that. And if you did, our voter turnout's over 80%, which would lead the nation.
Yeah.
So,
But I wonder if they're in the same boat we're in too.
they're all the same boat. I've talked to several of them, and they've all got bloated. They won't let you take somebody off.
Why?
Even when they're registered in another state, we can't take them off.
Not
They go to
until they
No
the-
tell
sense
us.
to me
You
whatsoever.
gotta get their
Even if I get
permission.
something, even if I get something from another state saying this person is registered to vote in our state,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have to get from that voter. So even if they know they're registered there, if they decide, I have to get
We've
from.
got-
So how does that not stop them from voting in both places? Is
Well,
what I
don't.
don't understand.
They don't.
See, that's what really irritates me, because then,
You come in here and vote early on October the 6th, and go back to Wisconsin and vote on election day.
Right.
Or in their early voting.
or in an absentee.
We can't
Or
stop it.
absentee. Absolutely.
Because
100%.
nobody would ever know.
No,
Nobody or no
we
difference.
can't prove it.
See, I just can't believe that they're not wanting to change that,
I
that they're
can't
not
either.
wanting to.
Yeah, I can't either. So, but that's, yeah. No, I mean, it's, and there's no question. I mean, we're a small county. We know people. And when you got somebody that's lived in Texas for 10 years, somebody's lived in Owensboro for 10 years, they don't have any driver's license, they're still on the polls, but you can't take them off. They won't let you.
And they can't vote at the polls
If
with,
you-
with that
if-
driver's license, but they can vote absentee, and you
Yeah.
can't challenge,
No,
or you
yeah.
can challenge it, but there's not much you
If,
can do.
if you add and we've talked about this, if you add our number of people that are registered to vote, and you take how many kids, according to the state of Indiana, how many kids are enrolled at Heritage Hills and South Spencer High School, and I'm talking about the whole school system, and you add those two together, it's more than we've got population. So then how can you have that many registered voters? You don't, it's simple. And everybody else, I mean, everybody I talk to.
I just can't believe the state is not up on doing something about that. That just blows my mind.
Confuse the issue as much as you can confuse it, and that's what it is. So,
I guess, it just bores me, I'm sorry.
anyway, that's pretty much everything, unless you guys have got something, and February the 10th, that's what I've got down for the next one. So,
Okay, I do have one question. Is there anything in legislation that wasn't gone over up there? Is there anything new?
yeah, these are all new things. You guys have got it, I gave you a
that
copy
what this
of
is?
it, right?
Okay.
That's what that is, yes. Sorry, that's under new business. That is, you've got some of these you're gonna love.
Oh, no. Is there anything in particular?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
look at House Bill 1166. All elections using secure hand-marked paper ballots that are designed and
Oh,
made
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Indiana, embellished with a distinctive landmark, and serialized numerically, provides that no other method of voting may be used in Indiana, specifies that ballots must be counted by hand, requires precincts to have video cameras that record and live stream the counting of ballots in the ballot box container, and on and on and on, and it all has to be done on election night.
Obviously,
Yeah,
well, I did one. My first one on this
Yeah.
board was that way, and we sat at this table until 6 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah, that's what, do you think that Marion County and Allen County and Lake and Porter?
Oh, yeah, there's no, I mean,
They'd be there for days.
and the people who are wanting this obviously have never worked in Australian Tally election.
No, never worked an election, period.
Because and there's so many ways that it can be corrupted. So many ways.
So,
Yeah, they're saying we can't use it.
Yeah, I just-
This
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
sets us back 31 years. 31 years is what it
Well, we've
sets us
got
back.
$400,000 worth of election equipment, just like everybody else in the state does, and most of them's got more than that.
I just cannot imagine going back to a paper. I just can't.
Daryl Schmidt called me. It's nice to have connections with these people, but Daryl called me or sent me a message, texted me, and asked me about SB 113, which is preservation of election materials. He said, "What do you think about that? Do you have any objection to it?" And what it does, and he's the sponsor on it, it extends the period within which election material must be preserved from 22 months to 60 months. And I don't disagree with that at all. There's been several occasions I went back wanting to look
And
at
it wasn't
stuff,
there.
and it was already gone. We destroyed it because of 22 months, you can get rid of it. But,
And if we kept it all, you know.
well, if you kept it, yeah, but he wants to extend it. He said the federal, that was the minimum, and
22
the maximum was
months.
60 months. And we elected in Indiana to do the 22 months, and he's just trying to extend it to the maximum instead of the, so I'm not opposed to that at all.
Okay,
Some of this other stuff is just,
crazy.
well,
The one on the auditor, and I think it was forwarded from Melissa,
you know,
I just, I'm like, are you kidding me?
yeah. So we'll do away with 5 constitutional officers and put the power of hiring those people into one group of 3
Did you read
people.
that one, Jerry?
The first thing, that it's not in, that's not in this,
No,
that was a,
It was an email.
yeah. So,
And we have no, the redistricting has not affected us.
no. The, again, HB 1133, I don't know if it wasn't the same number, I'm sure, but was on in this last year, the elimination of straight ticket voting. And that's a huge mistake.
Did they do that?
No, it's not.
It's proposed again.
Yeah, it's proposed again. I
Why
can
did
see
they
that.
propose that again?
Well, it's proven Michigan State and 2 or 3 different universities have done studies, and it curtails the voting, especially among older voters. They come in and
They get frustrated.
they get frustrated, and they quit voting. They walk off and leave the ballot, sit there, walk off. They may go ahead and hit what they've got, but they may not vote for 4 people and then leave. The other thing that they're totally underestimating, and we got into in the last election was the length of the ballot.
Mhm.
You know, if you're standing there having to pick each individual one
Yeah.
for 47 pages, and we had lines,
Mhm.
and our turnout, we had handled before without any problem, but it was all
Having to
the
read the
extra
entire
questions
ballot.
that were on there, the retention questions
All
and
the
those things.
questions.
So, but yeah, I don't think it's people that haven't run elections.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
But they think that if they do away with straight party voting and add 2 minutes to the voting time, that's gonna fix it, and it won't.
Well, and I wonder if they're not thinking on the at-large
No, they're not.
and the school board, really not.
Maybe, but they'll never vote, they won't
But they're
vote for
not,
any
it
of them.
doesn't matter. What's gonna happen is instead of missing those, you're going to,
So you look at what we've got,
Miss
we're
all
gonna
of
have, we're gonna have 9 trustees and probably, well, it could be 9 or 18 if both parties fill their slate. You'll have 18 trustees and 54 advisory board positions on this ballot. You wanna vote every one of those
individually.
individually? So,
I see that you all have a contested, we will have an election in May.
Mhm.
You have a contested,
auditor, yeah.
yeah, I saw that. Which, okay. Did they get anywhere with moving the cities and towns to the municipal?
No, it's on there again,
It's on
option
there
to
too.
conduct them. But they've already got that option because Gentryville moved in, what, 2014?
Yeah,
And I've talked to all of them about doing that. And I don't know that Rockport can. I'm not sure about them as a city.
well, it says on here, allow city or town to adopt an ordinance.
Well, but I'm not sure, they could have moved it before now.
No, they
That's why
couldn't
they're doing
before.
this, is
Yeah,
they
they
couldn't
couldn't
before.
before
Right, but,
as a city,
but Santa Claus doesn't want to do it because they think it will detract. They'll be down the ballot so far
that it wouldn't do anything.
that people will pay attention to them. So they don't want to switch. Grandview was amenable to it, Dale was, Richland, they were all,
Everybody was on board except for Santa
yeah,
Claus.
pretty well. Yeah,
And this is the
Rockport
first
at the
time.
time, so.
And this is still up, this hasn't went through, but it's
No,
still,
no.
yeah, if Rockport,
No. The books, I don't know if you can tell any difference in them, we got a couple different colors. But, those did not come from the state,
Did you do those?
they're done across the street.
God love
Oh,
you.
John Lamp did them?
And he farmed them out and found the spiral binding because he did the books, but then he found somebody that could put that kind of binding on it.
Yeah, nice.
Good.
And the
good
way
job.
that I bind them is a little stiff. So I wanted these with this ring binding on it. And he's printing, there's 2 more copies of those in there for Dan and John.
yeah.
And he is also printing the Indiana code. But he's gonna put
Oh,
it in
God,
a 3
love
ring.
him.
He's gonna put it in a 3-ring
I
binder.
was surprised they didn't give us the little changes, even though they didn't print the code book. Why didn't they give us what had changed? Cutting costs, I get that. But
I mean, we all had our books, we could.
Well, we couldn't survive in here without those. I mean, there's no.
oh, yeah, these, I'm talking about the code book, because I live and breathe by the code book a lot of
Yeah,
times.
I do too.
So, and yes, my code book actually, the one we have is in my bag, but I don't have the new insert, so. But that's wonderful, I appreciate that, thank you, Daryl, for that so much. How are we doing on, did we use that out of last year's budget? Or did we have to go into
Yes.
this year's?
No, we had some money in printing left over, so I encumbered it. It's not gonna hurt us at all this time.
Okay, we're on the code books as well? Or will we have to go in, or will we have to ask for more?
We shouldn't.
Okay, okay.
No, I've got the code books paid for. That was all paid for. I got a quote from John and had enough money left. We covered all of the books.
Okay,
And, I went ahead and placed the order with him and was able to go ahead and pay it out of last year's budget.
oh, good.
So, yeah, so
Okay.
we've got.
So we're good on all of that?
I've paid No Ink and somebody else so far,
Okay.
their annual fee. I think
Instead
that's
of
all
paying
we
them
pay
6
out
months
of it.
behind or
Yeah.
a year behind.
Yeah.
Okay, and, so Ben, we are gonna have a primary.
Is that the only office that's a primary right now?
Yeah. I ran through the list, that's all I seen.
I think we'll have another one. I keep hearing that Deb Hayes is gonna file for Ohio Township Board.
Where does she live?
She lives in Ohio 6.
Okay.
She lives out.
She does.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Now, I don't know if that's true, but
Well, she said something to me about it. I don't look for it to happen.
But
I know who she told that to. She told that to John Winkler.
John Winkler?
Yeah, she wanted to let him know her intention.
Oh, well, maybe she's
Well, is there,
saying something different.
there's gonna be more than I'm assuming? There's none on here, except the one Democrat.
Well, we have our 3 already.
Okay, they just haven't
They
signed
haven't
yet.
filed, but I think they will.
Okay.
It's Melissa Braun and Lee Baker and Kyle Wilkerson. That's who we have. Nate Follies, that's Jenny's husband.
Mhm.
Oh, that's okay, that name's familiar.
They always have filed.
Melissa Bronze.
Melissa, she's a new one. She
Yeah.
took Robert Lindsay's place.
Okay, okay. I was gonna say, I know I'm missing somebody.
I look
Okay.
for them all to file, I don't
Yeah,
know.
so we've still got several to file, and we've got a bunch of the advisory board members to file.
And I have heard nothing from my side. Only that they did call my daughter, but other than that, I have heard nothing.
They called her wanting to run.
Called her, wanting her to run for a couple things. And she honestly does not have the time. I mean, when you've got 5 kids in sports and a husband and a job,
Yeah,
what do you got time for? I mean, you ain't got time for that.
no, you
So
don't.
she just politely told them,
Are we done?
I think so.
You wanna
February
adjourn?
10th.
I'll get this thing.
Okay, I call meetings adjourned. Okay, February